What up, bro? So, I just wanted to make this small fire video. Hanging out in VR right now. Obviously, I've been like hanging out. I got some forex trades running. I got some futures trades running, and currently we're looking at some NQ, right? And so, I just wanted you to see like my perspective, like you know, um, on what I could do here, especially because I have so much control, and being on like 100-inch screen and being able to move that around, you know, it's beautiful. Um, you're trading a easy London setup. Take these all the time. If you can see it here, I'll bring it closer to us. Let's drag it over here. Sometimes you really gotta like pull it forward, and it takes you like a lot of arm strength to do so. So here we go. Got some targets and stuff here. Okay. Whoa, good money. All right. So I'm seeing how like, you know, I read books on here too. So like for example, I'm like, you know, reading a book here, come back to your trade, you know what I mean? So like you just got to get really into like why the VR is a good idea. Especially if you are somebody like me who you need the area like to focus, to be honest. Like, these virtual worlds are really good for you to focus while trading. And like, I don't know, I just sit here and smoke blunts and fucking, watch things on YouTube. Um, you know, I like to, go on let's say my own YouTube, right? And the browser, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a um preference over this versus like, let's say Google Chrome or something, right? Um, Chrome is fine, but this is actually a really, really nice browser. Um, so for example, I can take some of these windows back here. I got a bunch of windows, and so let's say I want to get rid of this one, and I want to take one of these and like put it over here, right? So I like that we could do that. So let's put that one here, and nice. So let's just say I wanted to, watch one of my videos if I want to. I could just drag this toward myself. And you can make this a massive window. Like these things are like 100 inches. And so, keeping the chart here, you feel what I'm saying? So I do think that like, yeah, this is like really good for the trading experience. So like you guys just gotta get into, for example, if you just need the mental focus, these are really, really fun to use, like the actual controllers. You know what I mean? And it's cool that like, you know, you can do it one-handed like I do it, or you can dual wield it. Okay. So you could like pop in, and it's cool because they got like, you know, you can completely use your hands. Like I could just use my hands, right? I don't mind like the hand tracking and like it's the same thing, right? But I feel like it's a lot smoother when you're just using the controllers. you can like move around a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, bro. I want people to be able to be like as comfortable as I am when trading. And like I said, I was actually debating between like the MetaQuest 3 and the Vision Pro. I'm realizing that I like the MetaQuest 3 a lot more than the Vision Pro. Only because Apple might have better spatial apps, but who's really doing that shit often, bro? Who's going into multiple rooms multiple times a day and just need a fucking virtual TV in the kitchen to stay there versus just being in the kitchen and putting it there when you want it there? It's like so much of a difference. And I don't even really care about the price point. Like 3500 is not that much. But what I'm saying is like for 3500 versus the MetaQuest 3 being like $500, but the MetaQuest is better. It's just straight better. And especially because you can do more. Like if we talked about side loading and all that, I don't really care too much about side loading. But hey, you can just do way more stuff. The same way you expect Apple's ecosystem to only like really work with Apple's ecosystem. Yeah, that's Apple products for you. And so if we're just looking to, operate, this stuff here. Um, so for example, if I wanted to watch my own YouTube, right, I can literally watch myself smoke weed in HD. That's hilarious. Anyway, so like, you know, this is the type of stuff that I'm into while in the MetaQuest, my virtual world stuff, and playing around with like some of these settings here. And right now, people always complain about the battery, bro, but like, bro, I'm laying down right now. I'm There's a charger right next to me at all times. I don't care about that type of stuff. So if I don't want to, I'll unconnect it. So cool. So we got good battery. All right. 70% battery. Cool with that. So there we go. We're looking for settings. And if you go down to like and same thing, you can like move these windows all around and whatnot. So if we're talking about like here we go, environment setup. You can go to virtual environments, and this is what's changing all this stuff. So let's try Cyber City. You see, uh, NQ is accumulating is what it's doing, but we need it to. So essentially, you see what I mean? Where, yo, this is crazy because that scared me. But we're in like a different environment, you know, and I can like look all around, you know. I love these. So this is my thing, right? I'm looking for a lot of these like smaller, you know, crystal atrium, you know. So basically looking at like these virtual worlds like this, you see, crystal atrium. This is nice. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I definitely fell asleep watching a movie with the VR glasses on, and I woke up in one of these virtual worlds, and I was like, "Hey, yo." It was kind of crazy, not gonna lie. So let's try another one. Let's do Polar Village. Damn. Yo, this is beautiful. And again, it's you can turn your head 360, you can look up, down, you can dual wield, you know what I mean? This is some cool stuff here, man. You guys see the perspective of my right eye. So I gotta remember that. You see the perspective of my right eye. That's a nice virtual world. I like that a lot. Let's do this one makes me feel like the Ghost of Tsushima. If you ever played the Ghost of Tsushima, it's a fire game. You're in these temples all the time. Look at that. I love these. Really nice virtual world. And it's kind of clean. You know what I mean? And I'm excited for like they said the MetaQuest 4 is like 2020 what? Like 7 or something like that. 2026, 2027. I'm excited for an update. Um I do like this technology a lot. And you could tell, bro, this is definitely the iPhone killer. It'll give it a few years and iPhones will be dead for sure. I could tell you that right. So let's see. Some of these are just, you know, obvious space station. Yeah. I like anything with the stars, bro, because like I said, if you are a worker like me from home, I mean, there's nothing better than literally laying in bed and having a whole, you know, digital workspace, literally. You know what I mean? So like this type of stuff is very cool. And look, we still got like, if we move this over, I'll show you this. So like my YouTube, right? Very cool. And you can skip all through it. Dude, look at that. This is exactly what I'm saying, bro. This screen is like 100 inches and you're in like a IMAX experience. If you want to immerse it, you can also do that too. Like you can just straight IMAX it. This is one of the craziest things I've ever seen in terms of tech, man. And being a trader, bro, you guys need one of these. I'm not gonna say, oh, go try it. No, go buy a MetaQuest 3. All right. It's worth your time. So go buy it. All right. So I just wanted to check in with you and show you some fire shit. So I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Oh shit, we gotta smoke a blunt.